The Great Hall of the Galaxy Council was filled with murmurs. Alien delegates from many worlds sat in rows, their eyes fixed on the large holographic screen floating above the center table. The council chamber was the heart of the galaxies. Decisions. It was where peace was planned, wars were prevented, and destinies decided. But today, something unusual was about to happen. The chair of the council, a tall being with many eyes and shimmering scales, called the meeting to order. We have gathered here to discuss the human message. Their response to our diplomatic offer is unexpected. His voice echoed through the hall and the crowd fell silent. All eyes turned to the giant hologram in the center. It showed the human envoy, a man standing firm, his face calm but strong. Humans had been known for their unpredictability, but no one was ready for what they had just done. The human envoy spoke slowly and clearly. The humans refuse all diplomatic talks. We will not negotiate. We demand respect and peace on our terms, or we will take other actions. A wave of shock passed through the crowd. The Galaxy Council was used to negotiations, treaties, and compromises. To hear a species reject all diplomacy was unheard of. Some aliens gasped, others whispered nervously. The council members looked at each other in disbelief. One of the council's oldest members, a tall creature with long horns and blue skin, banged his fist on the table. This is madness. Humans are refusing our peace offer. What do they think this will achieve? Another delegate, a small, glowing being with 6 arms, shook her head. It is reckless. Without talks, war is all but certain. Are humans prepared for that? The human envoy did not respond. He simply repeated, "We refuse diplomacy. We have our own ways. You will see soon." Some council members began to argue loudly. The chamber grew tense, voices rising in anger and fear. The chair raised his hands and demanded silence. "We must understand what humans want," he said. "Their message is clear, but their meaning is not. We will send a team to Earth to find out. Until then, we keep calm." Outside the council, chamber messages were sent in every direction. The galaxy was restless, rumors spread fast. What could make humans so bold? What secret power did they hold? On Earth, the human leader watched the council's reaction through a secure channel. His eyes were sharp, full of determination. He had made this choice carefully. He knew the galaxy would panic, but he also knew humans had grown strong in ways others did not expect. "We cannot trust the old ways," he told his advisors. "Diplomacy has failed us before. It is time to show the galaxy we are different." His advisors were nervous but loyal. They helped prepare Earth's defenses quietly. The human leader wanted no surprises. If war came, humans would be ready. Chapter. In the Galaxy Council, the council members debated endlessly. Some wanted to send a fleet to Earth immediately. Others urged caution. The galaxy could not afford a war with humans. Humans had a reputation for fierce resistance and strange technology. Meanwhile, a young council member, a quiet alien named Rin, watched carefully. He did not believe the panic was justified. He remembered stories of humans' history, how they had survived impossible odds and risen stronger each time. Rin wondered, what if humans are trying to protect something more important? What if their refusal is not rebellion but a warning? He decided to secretly learn more. Rin sent a message to Earth, disguised as a friendly trade offer. If humans were truly dangerous, he wanted to understand why. Days passed. The tension grew. The galaxy waited. No one knew what humans would do next. Suddenly, the council chamber's communication screen lit up. It was the human envoy again. This time, his message was shorter, sharper. "Prepare yourselves. We do not want war, but we will fight if we must. Respect us or face the consequences." The council members sat in stunned silence. This was not just refusal anymore. It was a warning. Outside, in the crowded streets of many worlds, people stopped and looked up at the sky. Ships flew overhead. Patrols increased. The galaxy held its breath. The human envoy's message echoed in every mind. The era of easy diplomacy was over. The humans had made their choice. Now the galaxy would see what that meant. As the Council tried to calm their fears hidden in the shadows, spies from many worlds worked to uncover Earth's secrets. No one wanted a war, but everyone prepared for one. Back on Earth, the human leader smiled quietly. The first move had been made. The galaxy's calm was over. The real test was about to begin. The message from the humans had sent waves through the Galaxy Council. Quiet discussions filled the halls, but no clear answers came. The Council wanted to understand what humans were planning. They knew something had changed, something big. On Earth, far from the Council's watchful eyes, humans were preparing quietly. Their cities buzzed with activity, but there was no panic. The human leader moved with calm confidence. He knew the galaxy was watching, waiting for a mistake. He gathered his closest advisors in a room deep underground. "We must show strength but not fear," he said. "Our message is clear. We want peace on our terms. But if they ignore us, we must be ready." His advisors nodded. They had worked for years on plans the galaxy did not know about. New ships were being built, faster and stronger than any before. Advanced systems were being tested, not for show, but for protection. Meanwhile, far above Earth's atmosphere, satellites picked up signals from distant parts of the galaxy. The humans were not alone. They had allies hidden in places no one suspected. These allies shared a secret history with humans, one the Council did not know. Back in the Council chamber, tension was thick. Some members argued for patience. "We must try to talk again," they said. Humans might change their minds. Others were not so sure. They already said no. "If we push, it could lead to conflict," warned a voice from the far side. The young council member, Rin, listened carefully. He had sent his secret message, but no reply came. Still, he believed there was more to learn. He wanted to understand the humans better. Maybe they were trying to protect something important. Then, an unexpected event shocked the council. A small ship appeared at the edge of the galaxy's borders. It was not from any known race. The ship sent a signal, a warning in human language. "We watch and wait. Do not mistake patience for weakness." The council was stunned. No one knew who sent the message. Was it humans, an ally, or something else? The human leader smiled as he watched the council's confusion. "We have given them a warning," he said. "Now we wait. The galaxy will see that we are serious." Rumors spread quickly. Stories of secret weapons, hidden bases, and strange technology filled the news across many worlds. Some people were afraid. Others admired the humans' courage. Rin knew the truth was deeper than rumors. He decided to take a risk. He arranged a secret meeting with a human representative, away from the eyes of the council. The meeting was tense, but peaceful. The human envoy spoke softly. "We do not want war. We want respect. We want a place in the galaxy where we are not feared or controlled." Rin asked, "Why refuse diplomacy completely? Why not try to find common ground?" The envoy looked sad. "We tried before. We were ignored, treated as weak. This time we choose a different path, a path of strength." Rin understood. Humans were not reckless. They were protecting their future. As the meeting ended, Rin felt hope but also worry. Could the council understand this? Could the galaxy accept humans as they were? The council's leaders gathered again. Some wanted to respond with kindness. Others prepared their fleets quietly. The humans continued their work, building and training, ready for whatever came next. The galaxy waited. The quiet before the storm had arrived. The galaxy held its breath. After the secret meeting between Rin and the human envoy, whispers spread like wildfire. Some council members were hopeful, believing humans might still be open to peace in their own way. Others remained wary, convinced that the refusal to engage in diplomacy was a sign of deeper challenges ahead. Meanwhile, on Earth, humans continued to prepare. The cities gleamed with new technology, and their defenses were stronger than ever. Yet no weapons were brandished. Instead, the focus was on readiness, on showing the galaxy that humanity was capable and confident, not reckless or aggressive. The human leader often walked alone on the observation deck, staring up at the stars, thinking about what was to come. Back in the council chamber, debates grew more intense. Some members pushed for sending more diplomats, hoping a new approach could break the silence. Others argued that humans had made their choice clear, and it was time to respect their position. But most felt uneasy, sensing the calm was fragile. Rin, however, believed the answer lay deeper. He had spent nights studying ancient records about humanity. He discovered stories of resilience, how humans survived hardships and adapted. Their strength was not just in their technology but in their spirit, their will to survive and protect what they loved. Rin arranged a secret visit to Earth, disguised to avoid detection. When he arrived, he was surprised. Earth was not a war zone, but a planet focused on rebuilding and growth. He met with humans who spoke not of battle but of unity and hope. They showed him their plans for a future where humans and other species could coexist peacefully, but only if respect was mutual. One evening, as the sun set, Rin and the human leader spoke quietly. "Why refuse all diplomacy?" Rin asked again. The human leader replied, "Because past diplomacy failed us. We were often ignored or treated as weak. We want a fresh start, on terms that ensure peace and respect. We do not want to be controlled or dismissed." Rin nodded, understanding now that humans were not rejecting peace but demanding fairness. Suddenly, a message arrived at the council. It was from an unknown sender, a call for calm and dialogue, suggesting a new meeting to discuss the future. The council was surprised but hopeful, yet tensions remained. Some factions within the council prepared quietly, unsure if the message meant peace or a delay before action. The galaxy was on edge, waiting for the next move. Back on Earth, preparations continued calmly. The human leader knew the coming days would be critical. The galaxy would soon see if respect could replace fear, if trust could grow where suspicion had ruled. As stars twinkled above, the future of the galaxy hung in balance, waiting for the choice that would shape what came next. The galaxy was watching closely. The unexpected message from the unknown sender had stirred hope, but also uncertainty. Council members whispered behind closed doors, questioning what humans truly wanted and what their hidden plans might be. On Earth, the human leader stood before a large map of the galaxy. His face was calm, but his eyes sharp. "We have shown strength and patience," he told his advisors. "Now it is time to reveal more of our truth. The galaxy must understand who we are." In secret, humans began to share glimpses of their hidden capabilities, not through threats or loud declarations, but through careful demonstrations of advanced technology and the unity of their people. These signs were sent discreetly, reaching distant worlds as signals and artifacts, puzzles for the galaxy to unravel. Back at the council, the mood shifted. Some members were intrigued, others were fearful. The humans were no longer a mystery to be ignored, but a power that demanded respect. Rin felt a new sense of purpose. He pushed for the council to listen carefully to these signs. "Humans want to be known," he said, "not as enemies but as equals." Suddenly, a human envoy arrived at the council. This time, the envoy brought a gift, a device that held stories of human history, culture, and achievements. It was not a weapon, but a message of identity. The council members gathered around, curious and cautious. As they watched, images and sounds filled the room. Tales of human struggles and triumphs, their journey from a fragile planet to a force in the galaxy. The atmosphere changed. Some council members wiped tears, others nodded with respect. It was a reminder that beneath the differences, there was a shared desire for survival and dignity. But not all were pleased. A few voices raised concerns about trust and intentions. The galaxy had seen alliances break and promises fail before. The human envoy spoke softly. "We ask for trust, not blind faith. We seek a future where all can thrive, but only if respect is given and received." Outside the council, whispers turned into conversations. Planets discussed the possibility of peace with humans on new terms. Traders and travelers spoke of a future where humans might be partners, not threats. Yet behind the scenes, some watched closely, ready for any sign of betrayal. The galaxy was cautious, but curiosity grew. On Earth, the human leader looked to the stars once more. "We have shown who we are," he said quietly. "Now we wait. The galaxy must decide." As the council prepared for their next move, a new question hung in the air. Could old fears be overcome by new understanding? Or would the galaxy choose division over unity? The answer would shape the future of all. The galaxy was filled with quiet tension. After the human envoy's gift, many council members felt the weight of new understanding. Yet, uncertainty still lingered. Was this truly a new path for the humans and the galaxy, or just another moment before conflict? On Earth, the human leader stood in a room surrounded by his closest advisors. The device had been sent, and the council's reaction was mixed, but progress was clear. "We have made a start," he said, "but the true test is ahead, humans. Prepared for the next step. Not with weapons or threats, but with openness." They opened channels for dialogue, inviting small groups of alien delegates to visit Earth, to see for themselves the strength, culture, and kindness of humanity. The first visitors arrived quietly. They were surprised to find a world unlike the war stories they had heard. Humans welcomed them with honesty and warmth, sharing meals, stories, and ideas. For many, it was a revelation. Rin was among the visitors. He walked through bustling cities, green parks, and clean waters. He spoke to humans from all walks of life: scientists, artists, farmers, and children. The differences he had feared melted away. He saw hope, not hostility. At a gathering, the human leader spoke plainly. "We have faced many challenges, and we still do, but we believe in a future where we can stand together, not divided." News of these visits spread fast. Across the galaxy, other species debated what they saw. Some remained skeptical, but many felt the stirrings of a new beginning. Back in the council chamber, the old divisions softened. Discussions shifted from suspicion to cautious cooperation. Plans were made to increase cultural exchanges, trade, and joint projects. Still, the human leader knew the journey was far from over. There were those who doubted and those who feared change. But he believed that true strength came from understanding, not fear. One night, as he looked at the stars, he thought about the long road ahead. The galaxy was vast and full of mysteries, but he felt a new light, a chance for peace, built on respect and shared dreams. In the coming days, humans and aliens would work side by side, learning from each other. The story of the galaxy was changing, and humanity was ready to be part of that story, not as outsiders, but as equals. The future was uncertain, but for the first time in a long time it was bright. The galaxy was no longer the same. After months of quiet but meaningful exchanges, the walls of suspicion that once separated humans from other species began to crumble. The council was no longer filled with whispers of fear, but conversations about possibilities. Still, many eyes watched carefully, unsure if the change was real or a fleeting moment. On Earth, the human leader stood before a crowd gathered in the Great Hall. His voice was steady and clear as he spoke to the people and the visitors from distant stars alike. "We have come far, but this is only the beginning. True peace is built on trust, respect, and patience. We must continue to learn from each other." Across the galaxy, news spread of the human leader's words and the unity forming between diverse races. Markets buzzed with new goods, ideas flowed freely, and children of different worlds played side by side. It was a small but powerful sign of hope. Rin, once a cautious council member, now believed deeply in the human spirit. He worked tirelessly to build bridges between worlds, helping to create alliances that respected the unique strengths of every species. "We are stronger together," he often said. Yet not everything was easy. Old fears still lingered. Some resisted the changes, afraid of losing power or tradition. The galaxy was vast, and not all corners moved at the same pace. But the growing movement for peace and cooperation was unstoppable. On Earth, the human leader met with representatives from many species. They shared stories, knowledge, and dreams. They spoke of exploring new frontiers together, of solving problems that no one could face alone. As stars shone above, the council met once more. This time, the tone was different. They spoke of a future where humans were not just a challenge to face but partners to trust. They planned joint missions, cultural festivals, and scientific collaborations. The human leader smiled, knowing the road ahead would still have challenges, but confident that the foundation was strong. The galaxy was opening its arms, ready to welcome humanity as an equal. The story of the galaxy was no longer one of fear or refusal. It was a story of hope, unity, and a shared future among the stars.